right.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Well, welcome back to For the Record. Today we have Cary, Welch.
Yeah.
Said that right?
Yeah,
Welch.
you got it.
Hectic. Yeah, a.k.a. I've always called you Hectic.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, a lot of people. It's funny because at the Remy, in the 86 list, it doesn't even say Cary Welch. It says Hectic.
Today he picked out Swollen Members, the greatest hits. Not a true album, but every greatest hits, dude. You can't go wrong with this.
No, it's dope. It's nostalgic as fuck. I haven't bumped it in forever.
Right on.
Yeah,
So,
no, like I was saying earlier, back in the day when Best Buy opened, first day it opened, I went there and bought Black Magic. And that must have been, fucking 17 years ago?
I miss those days, man. You remember when you couldn't just stream shit and everybody waited at the record stores for the CDs? You had to cop the hard copy to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember getting like DMX and Ice Cube and all that shit when I was a little kid, and it was epic because you couldn't just go stream it.
Sunshine Records in the mall.
yeah. I forgot about that place. That was cool stuff.
And see, we're in that weird era where we witnessed it all. You know what I mean? I remember when Game Boy came out when I was a little kid. Shit was fucking huge. You know, it was the coolest shit in the world.
We're the last of the dying breed, man. We were raised without the internet.
Yeah, the last generation without internet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then even DSL, which was almost worse than just internet in general.
We had the dial-up, the fucking
Dial up, and then you just sat there for 20 minutes trying to get something to load.
pick the phone up and it's like,
Get off the fucking internet.
I'm expecting a phone call.
No, crazy times we live in, which is weird because there's so much good and bad.
Yeah.
Because of it, you know what I mean? It's definitely a negative impact on us, but it's also a positive, you know what I mean?
No, to be able to have everything at your fingertips is absolutely amazing. You don't have to go to college to learn certain trades.
You take college right from home, you know what I mean?
You can just watch a YouTube video and be like, boom, got it, go.
I changed my alternator. I learned it on YouTube.
You ain't gotta worry about your kids walking home from school alone, you know what I mean? Back then, something bad happens, they're running to a fucking payphone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, everybody's instantly connected.
Just boom, cops send out that message,
Amber Alert.
Amber Alert. Yeah.
But like we said, it's good and bad because of all that, concerts and CDs and just shit that used to be huge. Releases used to mean something.
Right.
And now it ain't shit. It's a single. You know what I mean?
Now, if you're not releasing something on time at a constant pace, you're forgotten about.
Yeah. It's just like movies. I'm a lazy bitch, and I'm kind of awkwardly social half the time, so I'm just like, fuck going to Spider-Man. I'm going to wait for that shit to come out on Vudu.
Right.
So I can sit at home, get high, and eat whatever I want.
Pause it when I need to, do whatever I got to do.
Yep. Straight up.
Yeah, talk shit. No one can kick me out. Funny. Right on, man. Again, it's good to have you here. So, when did you come across Swollen Members? Tell us a little bit about that.
Swollen
what do you
Members.
know?
Man, I don't even remember. Honestly, I was kind of like a normal commercial kid for years. You know what I mean? I didn't know about Swollen Members and all these cool, underground hip hop artists. And honestly, coming to the Valley at around 20 is when I learned about all this cool shit. Nick Nack was a huge part of that. He used to always just send me new songs, new artists that I had never heard of, you know what I mean? So it just, it opened my horizon, meeting Tanner and Derek and the MT Souls, and they showed me, Blue Scholars and Swollen Members and
Common Market,
Common Market, fucking Idea, fucking Evidence, all these rappers that I'd never heard of, and it just, blew my mind, expanded my knowledge, and it changed my love for hip hop, for sure.
So what were you listening to before all that then?
Just the same things everybody else. When I was a little kid, I copped the DMX CD, had the 50 Cent CD, Eminem, you know what I mean? All the commercial, mainstream bullshit, you know what I mean?
G-Unit, Lloyd Banks.
Oh yeah, SPM.
SPM.
Yeah,
That's right up our alley.
That was my shit when I was a kid.
Yeah. It's funny, SPM, 3-6 Mafia. You ever listen to Project Pat?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Project Pat, that was my shit, dude.
Raised in the projects.
Don't save her, she don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. I'm gonna introduce me, Project Pat. I'll keep it real. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, exactly.
I love that shit.
Yeah, little white. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
OxyContin, Xanax Boss.
Yeah, get that chopped and screwed stuff.
Oh, dude, chopped.
Get
That shit was
down.
all wall.
Oh my
DC,
God.
that whole chopped and screwed scene started, out of Texas.
Yeah.
And it was epic back then.
Yeah.
Chopped and screwed
Yeah.
shit was cool.
Oh yeah, no, DJ Screw.
MG or
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yep.
MGK, but
Yeah.
DGK. No.
DG. No, yeah,
DGK.
We should know this.
I know.
No, that's so, yeah, like I said, it took me a lot longer than it should have to expand my horizon for music, for sure.
Where did you hail from then? Like, where did you
Originally,
Well, no, just like, well, yeah, I guess originally. Like,
Great
you said
Falls, Montana.
Great Falls, all right. I
Shit.
just, for my first time, went there a few weeks ago.
I wouldn't recommend it.
A little flat, a little windy.
Whatever, it'll always be home. I still got family there, but Great Falls is a shithole.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Sorry, Great Falls. But everybody who lives there knows it. And it's just getting worse, man. Like, it's gunshots every night there.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
Great Falls is getting rough like Billings. Just, it's a tough town. It's a brewing pot for just problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever, it's got its highs and lows, you know what I mean? It's getting better than it. When I go there, now I have fun, and but I grew up there, and I just grew up in a shitty crowd, and it just I always had problems because of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought I was a little thug, catching felonies, you know what I mean, as a little kid. And yeah, like I said, I moved up here, and I fell in love with it instantly.
It's hard not to.
First off, fuck the planes and the wind. You know what I mean? You come up here,
There's
it's
so much wind.
I can drive 5 miles any direction and be at a lake. You know what I mean? And like
Exactly.
that I fell in love with that instantly when I came up here. You know what I mean? And just the trees, the forests, the lakes, the rivers. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yup.
I agree. That's why I always come back home.
Yep. And it was crazy because music that's what really secured this place being my home, meeting all you guys. And when we first started doing music, it was just fucking,
Triple T's mom's basement, man.
Triple T's mom's basement, dude. Fucking albums and albums down there. We used to stay up all night long and just record shit. And you can still go listen to it, Like the first one I ever did was A Hectic Bee's Nest. And it's funny because if you go look it up on Spotify, the artwork is like this big and the box is this big. It's just like a little picture in the corner because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Back then I didn't know how to make it the right size on the thing, so it just shows that we had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I go back and listen to it and it wasn't, Tanner was young, we were all young, and it wasn't produced the best, you know what I mean? But it's still epic. I go back and listen to my younger shit and I'm like, fuck, I was deeper as a kid than I am now. You know what I mean? Like my lyrics were just so raw and like emotional and heartfelt. And now I'm like happy and getting married, so like it's hard for me to write fucking that deep fucking, you know what I mean?
No more
Emotional
gang shit, dude.
Yeah,
More gang
exactly.
shit.
No, fuck all that. I don't want nothing to do with it. But it's also made the music better too, in a way. Some people like my old shit when I was sad, but it's like Tech Nine says. He's like, I know y'all like when I make this sad shit, but I can't be doing this anymore. You know what I mean? It's the same.
And that's every artist. Like, they grow up. They move on. You have to, as an artist. Like, that's what makes an artist is like doing something different. If you just stuck to one thing, like a painter, if a painter painted the same painting every day, you'd be like, you did that last week.
Yeah, exactly.
No one gives a shit.
Yep. Nope. Exactly.
You gotta move on. So
It's the evolution of your story, man.
Damn straight. Yep. The Hectic story is pretty crazy. I know. I need to. It's weird because I like making music with people so much that like people are always like, when the fuck are you gonna do another solo album? And I'm like, I don't know, because every time I make a beat, I show Charles or Tanner or Derek or whoever, and they're like, dude, let me get on that. You know what I mean? And that was how the last Hectic Fell Swoop album kind of came about. Me and Charles just making songs, and we were like, fuck it, let's do a whole album. And that one was produced completely by me. I wish I'd have done that sooner. It took me too long. I used to just sit there and sit in the back and smoke weed, and Tanner produced and made all the beats and did all the record. You know what I mean? I just showed up and rapped. And,
what programs are you using?
I'm using Machine for my
Machine,
beat making.
okay.
I got an MK3. And
That's what I just got. Maybe I'm gonna have to sit down with you and learn some things.
let's do it,
I went
man.
from
I love it.
MK2, which I knew like inside and out.
Yep.
MK3.
It's crazy.
And I don't like
the screens and all the shit now.
I get lost and I get kind of mad because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm like, shut this off.
No,
Go
it's
do
complicated.
something.
I fucking watched a ton of YouTube videos just
So
to get.
have
And
I,
I'm
but-
still a basic bitch. Like, don't get me wrong. I can make a pretty dope beat, but there's still so much more that I'm not utilizing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's where
no.
Tanner comes in too. But he's still on like an MK1 or MK2. He needs to upgrade.
But Tanner, you just like He mastered that. He doesn't want to.
Yeah, no, he's used to it. But yeah, I know he's jealous when he sees mine though, because we got that digital screen
Yeah, dude,
and all
it's
this shit.
so
You know what I mean?
The
It's so
MK3, is that the one with the interface built in?
Yeah, no, that's the Plus.
Yeah, the Plus.
The Plus is the standalone, but that's fine because I'm never gonna take it to a live show and make a beat in front of people. That's not what I'm trying to do. So
Right.
I like it being at home in my lab, safe. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure. And you got the MK3, not the studio, right?
Nope, I got the MK3.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Because a lot of, well, from the few people I've talked to, they say they have the MK3, and then I saw it, and it was like, no, that's studio.
Yep.
Like, there's that.
Yep.
Yeah, you got the weird fat dial and all that.
Yeah, that's the whole different thing.
Yeah.
That one's fucking like a couple more $1,000s, I think. The
Yeah,
studio is
and it's a few years older, but
it's
like,
state of the art. It has all the crazy
yeah,
shit.
yeah. All of them are good. Like, I would even still to this day, I would take an MK1 Mini.
Yep. Well, you know what's
If I
funny?
could.
I bought the MK3 Mini originally.
Oh, no
'cause
doubt.
That one was like $250.
Yeah, no, it's super cheap
It's pretty
too. like-
affordable, and the dope thing is you get the software with it
Yeah.
immediately. You know what I mean? So you don't have to buy anything to do it. And I started with that, and I enjoyed it so much that I was like, "Fuck it," sold it and upgraded.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it.
But you know what's funny? I'm probably still one of the dying breeds because I make all my beats on Machine, but I still record all my vocals and do all my production, mixing, and shit on FL Studio.
Okay.
I love FL
So
Studio.
you-
I've
yeah,
been
you
using it
switch
since I
over.
was a little fucking kid, and it's funny because people treat FL Studio like it's just inferior brand.
Yeah.
But go on the internet and look around. There's a bunch of famous ass producers that are still on FL Studio. Larry O is a big one. There's a dude who does a YouTube thing called In the Mix, and he's like a British dude, and he's epic. But like some of these dudes are producing epic music on. I heard Billie Eilish originally, when she got famous,
shit.
recording on FL Studio. So anybody who thinks FL Studio can do anything that Logic and Ableton can do, and I've learned that because I've worked with all of them. You know what I mean? We used to have Pro Tools too, and I couldn't
Yeah.
stand Pro Tools, and that's supposed to be the shit. You know
So,
what I mean?
I forget who I was listening to, but he's a really good producer, whoever it was, and he said, like, you should not go to, like, from Ableton to Shane to this and this, this and this, because you're wasting all these time learning the basics of whatever.
Yep.
Find one, stick with it,
Yep.
and just until you know it inside and out, then try something
Well, we all
else.
remember. I think I was 14 the first time I got the FL trial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that shit
The
was
free
epic.
one.
Clicking
Yeah.
the things.
You download it and you're like, oh, okay, I can't save anything.
And you
Yeah.
just press it. You're like, all right, I'm figuring it out. You know?
Yeah.
Just recording shitty songs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it was. It
Making
stuck with me,
bangers.
and it's funny because I got older, and then Tanner was good at it. He could actually, hack that shit usually. But I was like, nah, fuck that. I've been using it long enough. I love the program. I'm just gonna pay the money and get the shit for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I bought it, and I don't regret my decision. Fucking, I love FL Studio. And
yeah.
Empty Souls
I-
still record on Logic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I like Logic, but it's not my cup of tea.
I figured out how to hack that you can't save on the fucking
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
You just put it
yeah.
on the master track and then you record into Edison.
And then you could loop-
you just fucking record your whole shit through
Yep.
it, boom, export it.
Yep, that's
and you
right.
don't have to deal with that shit.
Funny. That's, yeah. All
But
those.
I'm in Logic now, but
Nice. Yeah, and Logic's epic program. Like
Yeah.
it's dope. If I had to choose a second, I would probably go with Logic because I've been learning it and I get it. But like I said, I still love FL Studio, man. It's my shit.
Yeah.
it's nostalgic.
Yeah, it really is. And that's the thing. I don't even make beats on it, but I just do all my vocal recording and all that shit
Right.
on it and editing. And it's just easy to use, and I still enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, so when you're making your beats, are you chopping like samples up, or are you doing
No,
like
honestly-
original sounds?
For now, I feel like that's best for me. You know what I mean? I don't want to, like Tanner, he's been producing so long, like he's just taking samples sometimes and making these dope ass beats, but that's because he did it from scratch for years and he can still do that whenever he wants to. And I feel like me as a beat maker, I don't know, call me weird, you know what I mean? I don't want to steal samples. I don't want samples. I want to produce my own melodies
Yeah.
and beat, at least for a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just get good at it. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. Right on.
And I don't honestly, I'm so dumb that I probably sampling's confusing for me. Sampling a beat and getting the BPM right and then making a beat around that is more confusing than just sitting down and punching some notes on a piano and then punching a beat
Fair enough.
over top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, in Hectic, he also does like that like looping situation where he'll like beatbox and then add like a little hit
Yeah.
on
I've
top.
seen a few of your videos.
Yeah, I still have that. I fuck. That's why like I loved 86. That was my rock band. I'd always wanted one, but I had to call it quits last year just because I had so much shit going on, you know what I mean? And you can't, the more shit you pile on the plate, the less good work you're going to do doing those things, you know what I mean? You need to divide your time and choose what's most important. I just feel like 86 wasn't getting my full attention. I couldn't completely focus on my rock band and try to do my looper shit and try to do my MT Soul shit on top of planning a wedding and working full time.
Understandable. You don't want to do anything half-assed.
So yeah, exactly. So I had to call 86 quit, but I think it's been good because I want to get back into looping. I still have my Boss 505. It's hooked up and everything, sitting right next to the microphone. Yeah, I need to get back into making cool videos. I even bought a bunch of instruments and shit, and I have all these plans, and we've just been pumping out this album. So every Sunday we've been putting 4
I just
5
saw
hours
the flyer for the album release.
Yep, that was like a little
June 11th?
a prequel. Yep, June 11th. And dude, we're going all out on this one. This one's gonna be epic.
Where's that at?
It's gonna be at Casey's.
Casey's.
June 11th. Okay. We got. I don't know if you guys heard that feature we got from our boys, My Other Brother Entertainment out of Great Falls. But we did that Level Up song. We got them coming up from Great Falls, and then we're bringing Filth and Foul from Bozeman.
Okay.
So yep, it's gonna be an epic show. And then we're gonna do a VIP. So there's gonna be gold tickets, silver tickets, bronze tickets. Gold tickets will get you a shirt, hat, CD, sunglasses, sticker, plus you get access to the VIP with free champagne and food. And it'll also get you access to the exclusive VIP after party we're having afterwards. We're planning on getting the flat and bringing a bunch of DJs. So we're going to be doing pretty much...
you guys, those after parties get
fucking insane. I'm going to have to hire security.
Oh,
yeah, that place gets fucking batshit crazy. But we're going all out with this one. And then the people who don't buy the VIP shit aren't going to have access to that after party unless they show up at the door and pay $20.
There you go.
So at this point, you might as well pay the $35, get the CD, access
all
to the
that
VIP,
cool shit.
and so it's gonna be $75 for the gold tier, gets you all the shit. Silver tier gets you just the shirt, CD, all the shit, access to VIP party, access to the champagne food, and then bronze tier just gets you a CD, access to VIP, champagne food, and then access to the after party.
You know me, man. I'll buy.
So yeah,
I'm coming hungry. All right?
Planning this kind of shit, that's the one thing we've always been good at all these years. Empty Souls, we've always known how to throw a party, so we're setting up a party, and then we're setting up a party after the party, so we can party until nobody wants to fucking party. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be epic night. We're gonna bring up some DJs and shit for the after party, so people who cop them VIP tickets won't regret it. And that's the thing. Every year it's the same thing. Where's the after party? Where's the after party? Where's it? Everybody wants to party after the show's over. You know what I mean? And we're always just like, should we go to your house? And then, no, fuck that. I don't want 50 people at my place.
No.
So we're like, fuck it. This time we're gonna set up an after party, a place for anybody who wants to go. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, that's cool. That's badass.
Yep. So that's the plan. It should be pretty epic.
Hell
You guys are hearing it here first. Even though this might not be released until who knows when.
No, it will. Yeah. Hey, I think.
What was the album name? 0 Hour?
0 Hour.
I like that.
Yeah, it's just kind of 0 Hour just kind of represents where we're at now. Like it's fucking grind time. You know what I mean? That's one of our biggest regrets is we've been doing this shit for 10 years just about. And
over 10 years.
And back then, like we were like, fuck it. You want us to rap at your bar for free and you'll give us drinks and food? Deal. You know what I mean?
That's how you gotta start.
I
like,
know.
No one's gonna just.
After a while, we kind of gained some notoriety and some popularity, and then we started getting paid for our shows, and we'd all split the money up and go drink. You know what I mean? And all this time, we should have been investing in our band, in our business, and merchandise. You know what I mean? But that's hence the name 0 Hour. Like it's grind time. No more bullshit. Let's push our brand, our music. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. We're all growing up, man.
Yep, exactly. Like I said, I just wish we'd have done it sooner, but better late than never. And, it always
That's
is,
another dope album name right there.
Better late than never? That is a good one. Nobody steal that shit. That's mine.
It's copyrighted by Empty Souls LLC.
That's right. Better late than never.
Oh, now this is where this jam right here. It's always been one of my favorites. Just summertime cruising, dude. Like put the windows down,
back roads,
put that
couple beers.
Yeah.
Where'd you cop that album from?
So truly, I can't remember. Like I said, I just opened it. You're the first one that saw it and was like, I'll do that. So I just opened it today for the first time. I couldn't tell you because I go on these like weird ass sprees, like, and I just like buy like 20 to 30 albums, and then some of them come from China, some of them come from Japan, wherever, and they just show up, and like I forget which ones I bought, so I have like some double albums that I'm just like, ah, damn. But like, there's a few rare ones that I have that I don't put it in the box just because I spend like $200 on albums.
Yeah, I get it. You're like, I'm sure he's got some shoes that are the same way.
Yeah, it's just like, ah, man. So I couldn't tell you, but I was actually looking for the actual album, and they do not like. Without spending $400 or $500, you cannot find the album.
That's crazy.
The Black Magic one?
Yeah.
Original?
And it's hard for me to justify that right now.
Right.
You know?
I feel that. That's some money.
So what's crazy, though, I know you talked about, like, DMX. Right before he died, like, the one album, Darkest, or, what's the album name? Or Hell is Hot, whatever. That album was like $20, $30, $100 for like original press.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, oh man, I should buy that.
Right.
Didn't think nothing of it, and it's like, nah, I'll get it later. Boom, he died, went and looked at it the next day.
What's the price now?
$800 minimum.
Damn.
And it was like,
Should have copped that album.
should have got two of them.
Yeah. How the fuck are you supposed to know?
And that's the thing, is you don't. You don't.
I started watching the documentary the other day on HBO. Some pretty sad shit. Like,
No, it is.
he was like addicted the whole time, and like
Yeah.
his son was trying to have interventions with him and
Yeah.
shit. And he was just like, "Why are you doing this, Dad?" And he was just like, "Yo, fuck you. This is who I am. If you don't like it, then you don't need to be in my life." So yeah, I mean, whatever. He's a stubborn motherfucker till the day he died. But
Yeah.
you know, he was definitely a legend in hip hop and definitely influenced me as a kid. I used
For
to love
sure.
DMX. DMX
Yeah.
was the shit.
Yeah, dude.
No, this Christmas at the bowling alley, like for one day, I just put on DMX Christmas carols. So dope.
I forgot he did that.
Oh yeah, dude, DMX singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's a fucking hit.
That's funny stuff.
Fucking awesome.
Shout out DMX, you were a real one.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this song is like, I'd have to say this is one of my favorite songs
Yeah,
by
it's
Swollen
good.
Members. I don't know, all their songs are fire though, and
Right.
just like all the MCs and how they came together collectively.
And that's that's one thing I love about Empty Souls is like it's definitely a dying breed. Like mostly solo artists, maybe a duo here and there, but not a lot of groups of fucking hip hop, hip hop crews anymore.
No, everyone wants the limelight for themselves.
Yeah, especially, and you see it all the time, especially around here. You know what I mean?
It's also, I have to say, like, we've talked about it a few times, like, just too many cooks in the kitchen. Just,
Yep.
like, you see an idea for a song. And I guess we can talk about that. Like, how do you guys come together to build a track? Like, you guys just feed off of each other? Or is it like, I see, like, point A, and we got to go that way with it? Or?
It's a little bit of a mix of both. Like we've gotten better about sometimes we'll divide and conquer because all of us are our own unique artists. You know what I mean? Like the way Chach looks at a chorus is completely different from how, say, me or Charles would look at a chorus. Same with Triple T. You know what I mean? So this one, there's some albums or some of the songs on the album we all came together, sat down, wrote it together, did some back and forth shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of the songs, like we just all picked a beat that we really liked, came back, was like, yo, do you guys dig this chorus? You know what I mean? Show them the chorus that we wrote, and then if everybody digged it, we'd fucking sit there and write it and build the ideas around it, which was a cool way for us to like really divide it somewhat evenly. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's hard. You know what I mean? Because Chat or I will have 10 chorus ideas ready to go, and you're just like, well, there's the whole fucking album. Nobody else got to participate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this was a good way for us to divide and conquer, and it worked out really well because we added Fell Swoop, Charles, and Charles is epic, and he's got some fucking fire verses on this next album, dude.
Badass.
And it was funny because he actually got upset with me because I'm kind of like I'm the grinder, I'm the dog, I'm OCD about shit, and I'm just in your face. So like, motherfuckers don't show up with their shit written. I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Get on. And so he was getting mad at me. He's like, dude, I feel like you're rushing my creativity. And I'm just like, well, we got crunch time. It's grind time. Get the shit done. And
Clock out, motherfucker.
and it's funny because I forced him to write these verses pretty much, and not in his own time. Some of the best verses he ever wrote.
Badass.
And he was acting like I was like stunting his creativity, but the opposite happened. You know what I mean? Me pressuring him and being on his ass to fucking get the shit done.
Light the fire under
he
his
wrote,
ass.
yeah, I lit the fire and he wrote some good shit.
Good deal. Badass.
Yeah, we got some plans. We're working on a little behind schedule right now, but we have a song called The Weekend that we're working on, and this one's gonna be a live acoustic version. I bought a cajon a while back, and I've been practicing trying to get better at that. So this one I'm gonna play the cajon. Tammy's gonna play the guitar. Charles sings the hook, and Chatch actually raps the verses. So we're working on doing a live video.
Cool. That's badass.
Yep. So
Exciting. Live music's always the way to go. Like if you can get
should come do it here with you guys. You got the setup, dude.
so what we're actually gonna try and do, like live music is always good and I'm always down for it. But there's something that we're gonna try and do here shortly is we're gonna come up with a beat and we're gonna give it to any participating artist that wants to do it.
MC some little freestyle shit. We
Yeah.
do some sucker free.
Yeah, and we're just gonna rotate through the artists.
That's
you know,
dope.
you get one week
Kind
to
of
write
like
on
a
it.
team backpack
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I dig that. That's a
And
good idea.
It's just something to bring like the community together a little bit because I don't know. I feel like we should be pulling that in a little bit more.
Yeah, there always seems to be a bit of a separation. You know, everybody kind of wants to do their own thing, and we should be doing the opposite and connecting
Yeah,
and
no.
spreading the creativity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And it's good to build up your community and have fun. Like
Yep.
that's what it's all about. Like
So you still making beats?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything in a while, dude. You have to drop something on me.
Yeah. I'll have to.
One more beer.
I remember.
After one more beer.
Yeah. I
Gabe's
remember,
one beer away from like taking over the world.
yeah, I remember bumping your beats forever ago too.
he
Bees Nest.
Yeah.
got the introduction for this. He's the one that made the introduction for the podcast.
Nice.
Which
Badass.
it's sick. I'm stoked to when we release it. I'm hyped on it. So,
Yeah, I
hell
did.
yeah.
One. I did one for the weekly bust actually.
Oh, nice.
The,
Alright.
the deep voice, like
Yeah.
you have to go listen to it. It's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
I made their intro.
Yeah, I've listened or I've watched a few of their podcasts.
Yeah, they got some good shit. It's cool. They've been bringing in some cool people, you know, like
Yeah.
some old famous athletes still in Great Falls, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
That's
like,
dope.
yeah, so they've been working on it, and they actually sounds like they just built a studio, like a badass new studio. So
So they built it and then they're tearing it down and they're moving to an actual like. It's
Oh,
not
really?
gonna be in their houses anymore. It's gonna be more like an official
yeah,
thing.
That's what I heard.
Which that's awesome, but it's just like, oh man, you guys almost had like the new setup like
Right.
completely done, and now you're tearing it down just to restart.
Yeah, I don't get it. Whatever.
But no,
They figured it out.
you got to do it.
I guess he said he was gonna do some time lapse thing where he wanted to take a video of them building the studio, and then they
Okay.
were gonna play our new song "Level Up." So just they're leveling up their studio. I'm just trying to level up my game, kid.
Yeah, badass.
No.
But yeah, sorry to cut you off on that. When's the new album coming out?
The original.
I got a bunch of badass new equipment, like I've been telling you. And I've just been brainstorming and during the week when I'm working, just making ideas.
Hell yeah.
You know,
That's what it's all
and,
about.
no album on the way, but probably eventually. You know, mostly just having fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, trying to stay inspired.
That's the crazy thing now, like that I've like learned and had other bigger artists tell us is that like albums are dying. Like nowadays, it's singles.
Yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
TikTok.
Because you drop one big single, you put all your money into it, and you make sure everybody listens to it, and that's how you get your hit. When you drop an album, 10 of those 14 songs are going on deaf ears. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just not this.
It's just the one track that probably has the title name in it. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
because you're going to spend all this money on promo on this album, and then people are going to go listen to the first couple songs. Is like most people's attention spans, you know what I mean? And if they dig you, whatever, they'll listen to more. But still, it's not like it used to be. So now, it sounds like it's just financially probably smarter, and you'll get a bigger hit if you really just push singles.
Right.
But whatever, we still love dropping albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So we're
that-
still, despite that, we're still dropping shit. But
I'm an album person.
right, yeah, I love.
I like to hear it all because not everything is gonna be a banger. Then just like the emotions through an album itself.
Right.
Like, I mean, there's so much into it.
And that's the one thing I think Empty Souls has actually always been pretty good about, because like we do so many live shows that you would think we'd focus the album on just bar songs, hit songs, hit songs, hit songs. But we don't, you know what I mean? Because there's always, you know, we all have deeper sides of us. So I think we have a good mix of an emotional roller coaster on the album. You know what I mean? Some deep shit, some party shit, a little bit of everything.
I haven't been to one of your guys' shows in a while. Do you guys still play like your older stuff, or you guys just strictly like?
It's crazy. We still play songs from 2-3 albums ago, just that have stood the test of time. Like Running Away. I'm just running away. Remember I did that at WCR. We still do that one sometimes. We did an Anything's Possible remix on the last album. And that song's old as shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we still bring back some of the old ones, some of the old bangers.
Hell yeah, badass.
Empty Soul has changed a lot. It's a weird dynamic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Surely part of it is I don't like go up to Whitefish for whatever reason.
No, I feel that. No, and it's funny because I'm the same way. I live in Whitefish, so I'm like, fuck Kalispell. You know what I mean? It's just a drive for me. That's it.
No, I don't want to have a few beers and drive.
No, exactly. And I feel
crazy,
the same way.
Man. Like even St. Patty's night, man. I worked at the bowling alley and I drove back probably like around like midnight, 12:30, and I passed like 13 people getting pulled over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's what they do.
I'm just laughing like, you dumbass, just like drinking my Snapple.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, my homie hit me up last night. He's like, come to Kalispell, have some drinks with us for a while. And I was like,
Yeah. No, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Chach?
Not gonna risk it. Fuck that.
Chach and my other buddy. But yeah. Another buddy was like in the canyon. Come on, drink in the canyon. Fuck no.
I'm a grown ass man, dog. All right.
And that's how, you know, unless I'm doing a show, I try to stay close to home.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
I don't even go to the bars around here. I
Yeah.
stay home.
I got a DUI once. Never again.
I've never had one of those, but
I got a DUI in Havre. We were doing an MT Soul show at the VFW in Havre, and I got pulled over and went to jail on the res. So that was fun.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was a good time.
Where's the furthest you've traveled to do a show?
Not far enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we need to do is really start touring. But Tanner's about to have a baby and shit, so
Yeah.
you know, we're probably gonna stay close to home. But like I said, another thing I've learned is promo. It's all about promo
Right.
now, and that's what it is. It's all about putting yourself out there. Like, I want to get some goddamn Hulu commercials for the Empty Souls album. You know what I mean? Like straight up. That's what we need to do.
That's a power move.
That's all what it's all about, man. And we got a website. It still needs a little bit of work, but we should be able to start selling merch from our website, push the album, push everything through the website, fucking get some commercials, get some promo, and just keep blasting it off, you know?
Hell yeah. Sweet.
They made it official. They got an LLC and everything.
Yeah, no, we were talking to Tanner about that.
Yep.
You guys got that through
Like I
this.
said, we should have done that a long time ago, but
It's also like crazy, like to think that like music just this is us rapping.
Yeah.
Is like an official business. Like we have to do taxes.
exactly.
and-
We have to file a 1099 now, you know?
Yeah, we
And
gotta
that's-
claim money. It's
We actually
weird.
we bought a minivan too, not that long ago for the band. So
Welcome to the club.
yeah,
dog.
dude, we got a minivan. I took all the seats out of it. It's just a gear hauler, but it's
Oh,
so
shit.
it's so nice to have now.
Oh, for sure.
Because dude, before
gear sucks. to
Tanner's
move.
little CRV,
Yeah.
Chach's little Honda, and then my little Toyota. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It took 3 cars to move our PA and all our lights.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking bitch. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So now we have this nice, it's a minivan. It's not huge, but it still fits 90%. You know what I mean?
No, that.
So
What
it's so
more can
nice
you
to
ask
have a
for?
minivan. Yeah, and I got it for a good deal from a homegirl of mine. So yeah, a little
Yeah,
2000 Ford Windstar.
Mine's a gear hauler too, but big girls don't like to be called that anymore.
You single ladies, get it while you can.
I can't believe it, right? How's that happen?
Nope, we've definitely made some big moves this year. And like I
good.
said, we're just being smarter about our investments, you know, and getting
Yeah.
paid from shows and all the merch money. You know, like I said, we used to just put it in our pocket, split it, drink it, whatever. And now we're like, fuck that. We're pretty much, Empty Souls is pretty much, we do it for free. You know what I mean? Like we're making money, but we're not paying ourselves. All the money goes back into the brand, back into the crew, back into merch. All of it, we just keep flipping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. And yeah, we just need to get out there and eventually do some more touring. But we got some big shit happening on this next album. You know, we got our boy Def 3. He's getting
Yeah.
on a track with us, and he's been doing a lot of touring all over Canada.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And all over the U.S. too. He comes down here, so I know he's got his visa. So hopefully he comes this way, and we're eventually we plan on fucking hopefully going on some shows with him.
Oh yeah.
And then Vocab Slick, we got him on the album as well. And he's a super dope MC. He's got some fire songs. He's got Grouch on the track. He's got a couple other people on the track. But yeah, we got him on a feature too. So yeah, this album's gonna be a good one. We got a couple sick ass features from some dope MCs, and I'm real stoked about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yep. And now the last album we had Mayday. That was a great song that was doing very well.
I heard that.
And Triple T and Chach had a song with Mayday themselves that was a really dope ass song too. So that's 2 features with Mayday, and then me and Chuck got a song with Stevie Stone, and that was on the Hectic Fell Swoop album. So we've been making some fucking moves, man. We've been grinding for sure. Things are going well. The music videos keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
We got our boy from Cosmic Scene, and he's fucking epic. You know, he's one of the best music videos makers I've seen in the state for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, Beast Mode's killing it. You know, it's got like 12K views on YouTube, which might not seem like a lot, but that's huge to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
Hey, small town rap group, that's big, man.
I think Spice and Grind's at like 11K too. So fucking the Hectic Fell Swoop fucking music video turned out really good too. That one was a lot of fun. But the Beast Mode one, funnest music video we ever made, hands down.
Yeah.
This is my jam right here.
Yeah,
This
Dark
is,
Clouds.
Yeah. Dark Clouds.
This is alleyway walking right here for me, man.
Fire album.
And that I miss already. Like, I mean, wintertime is always cool walking around at night, but summertime, put on your headphones and just chill, walk
That's the
around.
thing. Normally, I just try to stay indifferent to the weather. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, I live here, it's what it is.
Yeah.
But this year, I found myself craving the summer, too.
Yeah.
Can we just be done now?
Yeah.
Summer nights, man.
Summer nights and
Yeah.
just put on headphones and walk and just chill, listen to music. Like,
Right.
It's really something beautiful about it, like, especially it's summertime. Like, there's been time, like, I'll drink a couple beers, but, like, I'll, like, walk to the bar, and then, like, a good song drops in my headphones, like, nah, take a left. I ain't going to the bar. I'm just going to walk around. Right?
Walk through the alleys in the middle of the night. Right?
Yeah, I always do that shit. Even in my car, you know, you get home, you're like, I had to finish the song before I go.
yeah, just sitting outside, walked in, your girlfriend's like, what were you doing outside? And you're like, I'm just listening to music. That is literally just it.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I got to stoop,
let me see
man.
your phone then.
I got to stoop, man. Like, I just sit all night. Like, I was on my stoop last night listening to music till probably, like, 4:30 in the morning.
Rich folk.
Rich folk, man.
I miss those. I miss those.
Rich
days.
folk 2020.
I miss that. It was fun.
I literally
Kicking
wrote a
memories.
whole song about what we just talked about.
Yeah,
That
walking through the night, or walking through the alleys in the middle of the night.
way back, like 15, 16 years
Yeah.
ago.
Damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
way back.
It was funny, like, that was, like, one of my favorite songs when you recorded that. Gabe and I actually, so, he was recording that song, and then him and I were doing one of our songs. I forget what it was, but it was decent, you know, when I used to write, and him and I had nowhere to go to record, like couldn't do it at his mom's house, couldn't do it at my mom's house, so we would literally drive his Blazer, park it down by the river, and record in his Blazer. And that's, you know, and then we'd go back and we're like, it's not clean recording. And we never did anything with it, but
How we
like,
did it.
we didn't have a choice of, like, my mom was like, no, you're not sitting here saying the F word in my living room. This is a house of God.
That'll be a holler.
God.
It's never too
be
late.
taller.
Never too late, boys. Go back and revisit that song and fucking finish her once and for all.
No, his mom was a real one. We used to, like, always hang over there, and, like, you weren't allowed to say the F word in his mom's house unless you were freestyling.
Really?
Yeah, if you said the F word, you had to.
But if you were spitting, you were good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But if you said the F word, you had to put $1 in the sweat jar.
Nice.
That'll be $1.
And then she took all that money and she gave it to charity.
I'd have been fine. You know me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That was always my safe
There
word.
was a couple people, man. Stanislav, I remember he came over all pissed off. He was like, fuck this, fuck that. Like, I'm so fucking pissed. And his mom, Linda, walks in and, like, Stan, he's like, here's a 20. Fuck.
Good times.
The safe words when you're freestyling. Everyone has
Oh
that.
yeah, oh yeah. You have your little glitches, you know, and that's what I like. Cause sometimes I'll just get in my zone where the safe word doesn't exist, and I'll just fist spit flawlessly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like a rare occasion, you know.
Yeah.
Half the time you run out of shit to say, and you're just like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And that was always the thing. I don't give a fuck.
I know yours was always like motherfucking.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Motherfuck this, motherfuck that.
Yeah, I always do spelling. He always used to hate that.
Hectic, stop spelling. You know I can't read.
You
say that all the time.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty dope, dude, but I don't understand what you said.
I know I saw one of the Mike Nashton memorials pop up on Facebook the other day.
Oh, yeah?
That was always cool. That was cool. We used to go there. It was back when Empty Souls wasn't shit, you know what I mean? But they loved us, man. We just go fucking throw these rap shows in the garage, you know? And it was always super duper cool.
Yeah, I was like, anytime someone saw Charles, like, oh, can you sing Wonderwall for us?
I know. Dude, the whole fucking, that was funny. That was fucking, everybody there was singing that shit, hugging on each other. Yeah, it was good, though. It got some good vibes. It's funny because nowadays he hates playing it. But I'm like, bro, it still gets people.
It's a catchy
People
one.
love it. They fucking love it.
They told me I couldn't sing Wonderwall anymore, and I said maybe.
They're taking that back. I remember, speaking of Paul Wall, Tech 9, that was my first ever concert that I went to.
Okay.
It was the Tech 9 Paul Wall Fire and Ice tour.
Oh, shit.
And I was already out of Pine Hills on like juvenile parole. And I was working, it was my first job as a telemarketer. And I used to call and sell these motherfuckers magazines.
Yo, bitch, you want a magazine?
Anyway, I never forget this. I got my first paycheck. And I fucking took that paycheck, cashed it. I was living in the YTC, Youth Transition Center, which is pretty much a pre-release. And I was like, fuck that. Cashed my check, went to the Tech 9 Paul Wall tour, dude. Fucking partied all night, then got a ride to Kalispell. And that was the first time I'd ever been to Kalispell. I think I was
crazy.
15 or 16. And I'll never forget going to Whitefish Beach and seeing all the girls and just like the whole vibe. And I was like, fuck Great Falls. Like, this is the shit. You know what I mean?
I'm home.
This is the spot. I eventually got caught, went back to Pine Hills, went back to Great Falls. You know what I mean? But eventually I made my way back here. And I've been there ever since.
Yeah, I remember the day you actually moved here and everything.
Dude, yeah, with
Triple T's basement, man.
yeah. Back then it was fucking Ty Lin actually was the first person to ever bring me up here. I was in Great Falls. I just turned 18 and I was like, I can't stay in this town. I knew it, you know what I mean? I was just like, not good for me. So I knew these people. They're like, yo, we're fucking gonna move to Missoula and live in our van until we figure it out. Like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, all right, I'm coming with you. Trash bag full of clothes, dude. I jumped in the van, went to Missoula, dude. Slept in that van for a day or two, and then Ty's like, yo, what if I come get you, bring you here to party, and you come hang out? And I'm like, all right, sounds good. Let's do it. You know, I'm living in a van. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So he brought me up here, dude. We went to a couple parties, and it was just, you know, and I hadn't been up here since I was on Run.
Like bonfire parties.
You remember? Yeah, dude. That's like where we first met too. And and that was it. His mom loved me, and she's my mom now. You know, Larissa Bates.
Shout out Larissa. She's a real one too.
Oh yeah, blood couldn't bring us any closer. Like holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, they're my family.
Dope.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
That's
my real
cool.
mom is a piece of shit. So you know, but thank God I came up here. I found a family, met my rap crew. Like fucking Kalispell, Whitefish. I love this place.
Yeah. How old were you?
At that time I just got out, so I was 18 or 19, just fresh out of Pine
How
Hills.
old are you now?
I just turned 30.
Oh shit. So yeah, you're just a few years younger. I know.
I'm like, dude, I can't believe it. I'm
30.
fucking 30.
30.
God damn it. It's going too fast.
It does. It really does.
Right? Doesn't it feel like yesterday you were fucking 20? 21? Your 21st birthday? I remember going and buying cigarettes for the first time. Like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Getting out of Pine Hills, coming here.
I was buying cigarettes when I was like 16.
Yeah, when I met you, there's a reason we were at the bonfires. We weren't 21 yet.
Yeah, and I missed the bonfire days.
Dude, I do.
That was like
Fighting rednecks, but I didn't mind.
James Price's birthday.
yeah.
Oh, out at Ben's place?
No, the one out was it Strawberry Creek or?
Strawberry Lake? Oh, I don't know.
Browns Meadow, that was one. Everybody used to
Browns
party
Meadow.
at Browns Meadow.
It was the one
Big
that
ass fucking
Sierra,
rages,
Sierra
dude.
like kind of fell down that like hill into the.
Did your parents fell down the hill?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, yeah, that was out kind of, yeah, by Creston somewhere,
Yeah.
fucking back behind there, Echo Lake area somewhere. I remember that.
Bonfires were always like the coolest. There's something about it, dude.
There's something about a fire still.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I love a fire.
Even if it's not like huge, you can just sit there and
That's
look
why I
at
noticed you guys'
flames.
little pit out there.
Oh, yeah.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Jealous as fuck. Like, that's all
Yeah.
on a good night to sit out by a fire and drink a beer, dude.
Every night during the summer, that thing's lit.
Yeah.
Like it.
No, that's
Can't help it.
That's the shit right there.
Yeah.
Nope, the bonfires used to be crazy.
Yeah.
It used to be ridiculous. It was a lot of fun. Also
Yeah.
a lot of fights.
Yeah, I think
A
that's
lot
like
of
a
fights.
Montana thing.
Yeah,
man, because like every
Well,
Montana, you get a fire going. It's like nighttime. You have beer in your
Yeah.
hand. Like everybody's like, "Fuck yeah, turn the music up."
Yeah.
So, you know, like,
and then, well, at least people weren't shooting each other. Motherfuckers would squab out and just beat the shit out of each other and call it a night. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it turned into 10 people beating the shit out of each other.
Right.
But that was the extent of it usually. You know what I mean?
everything. Yeah.
Speaking of that, like how it is a Montana thing. So when I moved to Seattle, like I met up with all these kids, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go camping." And in my mind, like camping is like camping, no cell phone service, like walking around like lighters and maybe a cell phone if it had a light on it.
Right.
Headlights until the battery died,
Yeah.
if you're lucky, and then a bonfire. Go out there, and they're like, I'm thinking that is camping. No, you still had cell phone service. There's a dry riverbed, and everyone had cell phone service, and there's no music. You can see the city lights, and they're like, yeah, this is dope. And there's like, well, let's light a fire at least. And like, oh, we can't do that.
Right.
Get caught. And I was like, I'm moving back to Montana.
I'm
this
going
is
home.
this is the final straw.
We could have done this in the backyard. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny if people come here from the city and they're just like, let's go camping. They're like, all right, there's a KOA right up the road. You know what I mean? That's camping.
It's not.
Yeah, that's camping for a lot of these city folk. You know, that's about as
There's
intense
no
as it
way.
gets.
I remember we went out camp. Remember the can?
Yeah, yeah.
We went out there one time, and people. I think it was fucking.
So you did build
Somebody-
a house last year on that.
Yeah, somebody lit an entire camper on fire, and it was like on top of the hill, and we are like fucking drunk as fuck, and yeah, that shit would never fly nowadays. Like,
No, he actually went to the dump, picked up the camper, came back with it just to light it on fire.
Dude, I remember this one time. So you remember back in the day when we first got into the festival scene? And the festivals were crazy. I loved it. You know,
Neon City
back when
and
I was a
shit.
kid. Oh man, I just
Yeah.
loved to go perform at these little shitty festivals and eat some mushrooms and just go
Yeah.
have a blast. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
a few
But,
days.
dude, I remember this one time we were at a festival and we were camping I think I just eaten some mushrooms. So I was about to be tripping balls. And these people run up and they're like, hey, fucking so-and-so just stabbed somebody. I'm like, what? Yeah, so we're at this music man. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? I'm like tripping balls. And then later, either way, it was this craziest shit ever. The dude had left, went all the way to Missoula, got his leg patched up, and then came back. And then nobody did anything about it. And the dude finally came out of the woods who had stabbed the dude, and then they just were cool. And he like barely missed his artery in his thigh, like fucking couple inches down. The dude would have been dead.
Or when that dude died at Neon City and he overdosed.
Yeah.
And like everyone's just tripping around. This dude's just like dying.
Everybody, yeah,
Holy
and
shit.
dropped on the ground and died.
That is scary.
But that's the shitty sides of those. The rest of it, we had so much fun at those festivals, man, because we would just go party and camp, you know what I mean? And it was all of us for 2-3 days of just 3-4 stages of music, and we would meet so many people from all
I made
over.
so many dollars at that one that dude
dude.
died. Yeah. I just quit my job.
Give me $1.
I just walk around freestyle at people.
Can I have $1?
Oh, it's dope. Can I have $1?
He got him, dude. I remember him.
I got a 5.
There's
Nah,
still
no,
a picture of us. Remember,
for $1.
they had the little luxury lounge, and we were all tripping. Remember, we're all laying as me, my cousin Austin, you. We're all just like looking at glow sticks and fucking shit, laying on this couch in this random festival. Yeah, they were fun though. They were fun.
Good times.
It was always a shit show. Because we'd get these shitty sets, and they'd be like, all right, you're on at 4 p.m. You're like, okay, show up, no sound guy, nothing set up. You're like, you know, we'd have to go round up the people who are running the festival, get them to hook all the shit up. And you remember GYP, dude? Just a shit show. But we'd go out of our way, fucking hungover as fuck, to make sure that shit happened. Sunburnt, you know what I mean? And round up the people and get the fucking party going. And we always had it. That's where I made a lot of relationships back then that are still my good friends to this day. You know?
Badass. And that's, you know, music has always brought me to, that's how I met both of these two, is through music. That's actually how you and I met too. Like, music has always been like the staple to like bring people together for me.
Yeah, that's how we all met, actually.
Yeah,
With
through
the-
music.
We got tied together through all of you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I met Nick first.
Music is, I don't know. There's just something about it like that.
And it's so weird now because I remember back in the day when we started playing in Whitefish. You remember the Crush, dude? We used to pack that
first show at the Crush.
Oh, dude!
Like we made her so much money, and then like the next day she's like, "Yeah, I don't think I want you guys back."
Yeah,
Like, why? Like, well, because like people were like fighting. Like 10 people got in my elevator, stopped it halfway up, and like smoked a blunt.
I think somebody broke a toilet once. Yeah. I punched a bunch of holes in her wall once.
Jeremiah banged a girl in the bathroom at the Crush.
Either way, the Crush days, I remember that because it was just epic, you know, because those were like when we first got into that scene, and every party we threw was huge. I remember we threw a party on Halloween once, and it was fucking ridiculously packed.
Yeah, wasn't that your album release?
That was.
Yeah, that was, and GYP performed. That was probably one of the biggest shows I was a part of.
Yeah,
that place was
and you know,
stacked.
and I think we charged $5-10 at the door and gave everybody a CD who came to the door. I made them purchase my CD. You know, I kind of tricked them into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But either way, yeah, that should change it. And I remember we used to walk by Casey's and be like, the White Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like, someday they'll let us in their bar.
And now that's the only bar you got.
And now that's our spot.
Yeah, I remember they did have a thing that was like, no rap group will ever play here.
Yeah, and
no rap.
Remember, they used to have a dress code back
then.
Yeah, it was like
you
all
couldn't have your hat on backwards.
It was a whole different management crew, you know, and everything was different back then. So Casey's changed a lot too.
I got kicked out of there once because I was wearing a basketball jersey, but I was holding a sweater, and they're like, okay, no, if you have your sweater, you're good. Oh, fuck yeah. So then I was like, I don't want to carry my sweater anymore. I'm going to go put it on the whip. So I leave, and the guy sees me, and I go put my sweater in the vehicle, and I come back. He's like, oh, you can't come back in. I was like, why? He's like, because you have a jersey. I was like, so if I hold my sweater, I can come in? He's like, yeah.
So stupid.
No, I'm glad it's changed. Like, Casey's a whole different thing. I love it there. The management's awesome. The crew's awesome. I've worked there myself for a long time. And good people, dude.
You're still working, man.
Yep. Right on. I've been there for like 6 years.
Kitchen manager now, right?
Yeah, I work I love it, dude. I work in the days. I prep the food. You know what I mean? I do some of the hiring and schedule making.
That's dope.
I got the other kitchen manager, Eric. He handles all the menus, all the cooking, all the food. You know what I mean? He's the man. So yeah, it's a dope dynamic. Now Lucia's running the place, and I love working there. They treat you good. You know what I mean? I got an IRA, health, dental, you know, HSA, health savings account.
Who was the other manager there? You said
Lucia.
Okay. I did some jiu-jitsu with a guy that worked there. He was a real cool dude.
Oh, you talking about Jake?
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, he hasn't been there for a long time, but he worked there for a while too.
Yeah.
He worked in the kitchen for a little bit, and then we actually worked as security together years ago. When I first started at Casey's, my first day there was fucking New Year's Eve, either 2016 or 2017.
Damn.
And it was fucking batshit crazy, and I was a security guard. And
yeah,
dude,
I remember when you were doing security there.
Yeah, so
I was there actually, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, dude, dragging drunk fucks out, dude. It was an intense job. It was some nights I didn't mind it, but I've been there ever since. But after that, I was like, you know, I need full time. You know what I mean? They're like, all right, we got a kitchen spot for you. So I got moved to the kitchen, and I fucking busted my ass on that line for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every Friday, Saturday night in the summer, dude. And that kitchen's tiny.
Yeah.
So it's a rough spot to stick around, and I made it. I worked there for years.
That's good.
But now I'm down.
Good.
Now I'm downstairs prepping and doing a lot of the hiring and shit. But like I said, they have such an awesome crew. It's that's the thing I love the most about Casey's. They still keep it pretty in-house. It's not corporate at all. You know what I mean? We run the place and it operates very well. So
that's sweet.
Nope, I love working there, and yeah, everybody they treat you real good. Like I said, I get health, dental, IRA, HSA, like a bunch of benefits that no other restaurant would offer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then you get to play there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And I get to play there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been going there forever though. You know what I mean? Like they knew me.
Did you ever go to the old Casey's?
I was just about to ask that. No, I don't think I was old enough.
Neither was I.
You want to describe a bar being ratchet?
Oh, dude, I heard.
It's old Casey.
People told me about it. There's this old guy who come in. He had this old Casey shirt, and it was like goldfish races. And and I heard about the old stripper pole. And,
like they had like the little bar, and then they had this like dark dance room in the back.
It was so gross.
Yeah, I heard it was rough. Nope, I never got to witness it.
You know, like especially when you were like underage, like your goal was to like just dart through people and get to the dark dance floor, and then you were good.
I still got a picture from the old Casey's with me and Mike and Lexi and all of them before all of it changed. Like from forever ago, like 2009 or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That place was there forever too. They still have some old pictures of the old Casey's, and the old Casey's was built a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
So it's been sitting there for a long time.
Yeah. It was so crazy, like, to watch that, like, the transformation, because, like, Casey's was known as, like, the grungy, like, if you want, you know, a white fish nasty, or that's where you kind of go. And you're for sure to get laid. And then it was like when they rebuilt it, and then you walked up to the door and like, oh, you gotta have like nice clothes on, button up, and you can't wear a hat backwards. It was like, what? Do you know what this place used to be?
Right.
Like,
No.
let me in.
Do you know how many venereal diseases were passed around on this property?
The soil is not allowed to be built on.
No, they're dope, dude. And now they're doing, like I said, they do a lot of stuff in-house, and DJ Johnny is actually handling a lot of the booking, and he's pretty open to music. So it's dope because I've seen like giant 10-piece orchestras come in there and fucking pack the house with, you know, a whole different crowd that normally goes there and sell out. Comedy shows selling out, you know what I mean? The hip hop shows I've been throwing, doing great. So they've been doing good promoting all genres of music. They have a Latin dance night going on. They got also, you know what I mean? Like
When they
teaching people the mamba and shit.
I don't know if they updated their stuff yet, but I remember going in there and I was talking to the contractor building it. I was like, so what are you guys doing for a sound system? He's like, I don't know what it is because I'm just a contractor, but it's 18,000 watts of power.
Dude,
and I was so jealous. Like, whatever DJ's in here, I want to be that guy.
And Johnny's the man, dude. He loves it there, and yeah, he's been killing it. So
hell yeah.
But yeah, I can always give you the contact. You ever want to go try to rip a night out?
One of these
come out
days,
of retirement.
We're me and Nick and Tony are gonna set something up here shortly, just to get me back in the motion. Like I haven't
DJ night at the bowling alley.
Hell yeah,
I haven't
that'll be
DJed
badass.
forever.
Yeah,
You guys will have to come this summer do a show.
Yeah, we should book something.
I don't
with
know
you
if we can afford this business called the Empty Souls, but we'll do our best.
Don't you guys have your own PA now?
Oh yeah.
Oh well.
And you'll have Derek running sound the whole.
That
show.
right there drops the price way down. That's the thing. Most of the places we perform, you know what I mean. And for you,
Derek's the owner, like, and he's one of the good sound men. Like he's fucking with sound the whole set.
Yeah, I'm sure Tanner would bond with him heavy.
Oh yeah,
just watching him twist knobs. You know what I mean?
It's so hard, like not saying stuff to sound guys. It's like, dude, come on.
Right. Yeah.
Would you just?
And that's the worst, because like that's one of the worst things, probably one of the worst experiences I've had as a performer is going to another town where the sound guy doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Some of those festivals,
and
man.
That's the thing. You could be the dopest motherfucker in the world. You could
sound like
be
shit
Kendrick
that
Lamar.
guy doesn't know what they're doing.
You could be Kendrick Lamar, and if he doesn't mix your shit right, you're gonna sound like butt poop. You know what I mean? You could have the dopest songs, and it just sucks because we've had it happen so many times where we just instantly lose the crowd because the bass is so heavy.
Yeah.
Nobody can hear what you're
Microphones are
saying.
fucking screeching. Fucking, we can't hear our fucking selves because there's no monitors. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, that's always the worst.
It's just like a few weeks ago, I went to Great Falls for my first time. Went and watched Brother Ali.
Oh no, I didn't even know he was playing there.
And dude, it was like the venue was cool, but
What was the venue
It's
called?
the new place called Newberry.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've never been there.
but the sound guy didn't know what he was doing. Like it was just bass. Couldn't hear any of the melody, and you could barely hear his lyrics.
And that's what I love about Johnny at Casey's. He's the fucking man. Every time we do a show at Casey's, we do a nice sound check, you know what I mean? We've had a little bit of problems here and there in the past, but he always fixes it immediately, you know what I mean?
So I've gone to a lot of the metal shows, local metal shows around here, and it's always Tanner now instead of Kenny.
Yep.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Like, you can hear it. Like,
Tanner's really good at what he does. I'll give it to him, and that's why has so much reoccurring business.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he's already booked his whole summer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the sound gigs, but he's good at what he does, and we've invested a lot into that sound system. You know what I mean? And just like we got the wireless mixer,
Yeah.
which is so dope. It's just a game changer. Shit that I didn't even. So now he can mix everything from a fucking iPad.
Yeah, I seen him
You know what I
walking
mean?
around,
It's
and I
just-
stood behind him one night, and I was watching him do it, and I was just like, "What the hell is that, dude?"
Yeah.
Like, he tried to explain it to me, and it was just far beyond my level.
It's crazy.
of
And then we've
comprehension.
invested a bunch in lights, you know what I mean? So now we have a really dope lighting system. We got the whole truss, plus we got fucking a brand new gig bar that has the rotating lights and all the shit. And then
crazy.
we got, the fog machine or the haze machine. So
Yeah.
every time we show up, we make it look fucking good. You know what I mean? And that's all it
Yeah.
takes is good sound and some good lights, dude, and party's on.
Yeah, badass.
Yep. And we've been
You never regret investing in yourself. So.
Well, and that was the dopest thing is like I remember back in the day, Derek's fucking aunt used to own South Fork. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
And she had borrowed him the money to buy our first PA.
That old like JBL
Yeah, it was
with like
old.
the carpet was like ripped off.
Yeah,
and
at the
everything.
time it was the shit. You know what I mean? But
huge.
But back then, yeah. So we were one of the only people to have our own PA system, and that's really what changed the game for us. Because all the bars that wouldn't even normally do live music were like, oh, all right, like sure, we'll give you $300 and some free drinks, and we're like, fuck yeah, we're in, dude, let's go. And we didn't care back then. So, and we kind of kept that alive, and we eventually upgraded to a better PA system, but we're still doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Going to certain venues, bringing our own PA. But that's what I love about Casey's, not having to bring that shit, just showing up,
Just showing up and doing your thing.
sound checking, and we recently invested into in-ear monitors, game changer.
Okay.
And I've never, you know what I mean? Like I've seen pros do it, and I've always wanted to do it because the stage monitors are okay, but it's still loud and it cuts it out and it causes feedback. So now we can have fucking headphones in with in-ear monitors, so we can hear everything like we are right now, pretty much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now because there was times in the past we'd be all harmonizing or rapping or singing, and you couldn't hear yourself through the monitors, so you're screaming and you're too loud. Now you can gauge everything in your own ear and just be on better pitch and sound. You know what I mean? So we invested another $1,000 into that. You know what I mean? We all got our wireless mics. Were fucking expensive as shit, and then we bought our van. So we've just been spending money.
None of it's cheap.
No, fuck no.
Nothing
in
about
the music
is
industry.
in. No.
Even just getting started.
No.
Well, first off, even if you wanted to go buy the MK Mini and start making beats for $250, you better invest in a $1,000 laptop.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then you gotta get a computer, and then you gotta go
Audio
get
interface.
this, and then you
It's
gotta
never
get
ending.
this, and then you
Headset,
want
headphones.
yeah. If you want headphones, you want monitors, and then just one bill after another.
But you know
It's
what?
just-
Totally worth it, right?
Oh, dude,
Changed
I-
our lives.
I still like every time I get some extra money, I'm like,
Right? Can I afford that?
Sweetwater, ZZ Sound,
Dude, and I love ZZ because obviously I'm a broke bitch. So I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like,
interest.
yeah, you got shitty
No
credit?
interest.
We'll finance you. Let's go.
yeah, boy, can
That's how I paid for some of my shit, for
Yeah.
sure.
I bought a machine micro off them.
I remember that.
The micro's dope. I enjoyed the micros. Like I
Couldn't
said,
figure it out because I'm an idiot.
like I said, I watched YouTube videos for days
Yeah.
before I even attempted to fuck.
The MK2, like I watched years of that, got really well on it, and then the MK3,
A little more advanced now.
Well, not only that, but I took so many years off that I was like not all that great. And then I tried to jump back into it. Laptop crashed. Got a new computer, and then it was like, oh, you need to update all this stuff. And I was like, if I do all that, I might as well just spend the money.
Yep.
Get the MK3, and
the
then
new
it was like
shit.
have to relearn. It's like
Right.
getting old.
Right, I feel that. Like I said, that I wish I'd have started sooner. You know what I mean? Because I should have been studying Tanner and making beats and like learning this shit years ago. You know, and it took me to become an adult to be like, oh, wisdom is power. Like maybe I should learn to make my own beats and produce my own music. And now I enjoy doing it a lot, but I still have a lot to learn myself.
And you always will learn. Like,
Exactly.
There's no like stopping.
Yep.
Like, it just you keep learning.
No,
And
but I
if-
was super proud of the Hectic Fell Swoop album. Turned out really well. I was pretty proud of that one because it was the first album that I've ever produced. You know what I mean? I did 90% of the beats and I produced all the vocals and all the shit on it. So yeah,
badass. I'll have to check that out.
yeah, check it out. Spice and Grinds on YouTube. Hectic.
I know.
Music with a K.
I've listened to the Spice and Grind. I just haven't listened to the full album.
Yeah, check it out, man. I wish I'd have brought one. I still have a copy. I should have brought you a hard copy.
I still have a hard copy.
I need one too,
of,
for the Mayday.
Got you. I know I don't have a CD player in my car because it's too new.
I know.
Fucking hate
No,
it.
I got a CD player in my van, and like
I miss my CD
the last
player.
the last Empty Souls album. Like I bought a copy and everything. Like I have it on my phone, like streaming, but like I gotta buy a copy. I support
Right.
the homies, and that thing hasn't left my CD player in my van since that show.
Damn, really? Oh, I know he's got it on the radio. That's just played out by now.
Oh no, no, it's in there. Like I listen to my headphones when I drive a lot, but like when I don't, I just
Yeah.
Track 9's my favorite.
Which one's Track 9?
It's called Track 9, dog. You know, it's the one with Charles on the hook.
Oh, yeah. Heavy's the head.
Yeah.
Heavy's the head, heavy's the head, heavy.
Your verse was pretty personal on that one. Like
Thanks,
I
man.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I got deep on that one. And that's the thing. I always like to switch my style up. I think that's important in making music, you know what I mean? I like to do something different every time. So I'll
Well,
try to harmonize.
your
or I'll
style,
try to
like-
fast rap or whatever, you know what I mean? I just like to constantly switch it up.
With your style, like first and foremost, you're a freestyler, and I don't mean any shade at all of this, but in some of your songs and your verses, I can tell like, oh, he belted that out quick. Mm-hmm. Probably wrote that in like 20 minutes, recorded it in like another 10, boom, move on to the next one. But there's a few that like I was like, okay, this dude put some time into this.
Right, yeah.
Especially like the old hectic shit, like when you're talking about like shitting in a bucket and like.
Oh, yeah. That was, I know, that
That's a
album was
different
real
hectic,
personal.
dude. That's a different hectic, and I really appreciate.
No, and that's exactly what we talked about earlier. Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. You know what I mean? It's the music. It's different, you know, and you feel different vibes for different songs. You know what I mean? So sometimes when we got on some of those deeper songs or some of those less deep songs, like some of them are very broad. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just like, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's the songs that had the real meaning. Like my favorite on the last album was probably one of my favorites was Straight to the Bank. And I went off on that one. You know what I mean? Money. I feel like it's my piss flushed down the toilet like it doesn't exist. Been broke since a kid though, so I better thank my you know what I mean. And it was just raw and hard, and it's how I felt once upon a time. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. So yeah, there's definitely I have my own favorites on that one.
I
too.
wish you would have been around the scene like when we had the PBR house. Like
Oh,
you would
Jesus.
have fit in quite well. Like we had like a room with his turntables, and it was just the freestyle room.
Nice. Yeah,
And
that's a good
he
spot.
would play vinyls, and we would just make a cipher and just go all night.
Right.
All night. That I do miss that. It's just like hitting the vinyls and just like anyone that was in that room, like you couldn't just stand there. It's like, nope, you're up next. Like
Right.
it's in a circle. Like
We don't care if you suck, dog.
yeah, you gotta at least
Let me hear what's on your
try.
mind.
And I know we did that at most parties back in the day. We'd always just throw on some beats and start freestyling.
Yeah, you have
Everybody
to.
else be out there fucking talking and having a good time. We're just in the kitchen rapping.
Rapping.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, yeah. And it's funny because as a I don't even really freestyle that much no more because I'm not at parties around a bunch of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I miss it.
I do too sometimes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I
Oh, dude, ciphers are. That's what I miss most about childhood.
Right. For sure. Yeah, you're not wrong. It was crazy. I used to love it. Yeah. And man, that's
Everyone wants to like watch and everything. They're like, no, like, come on. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like,
And I will say that's
Be about it.
the one good thing that came from Pine Hills. You know what I mean? Is like I spent so much time in there that I just started writing and freestyling all the time. Like I heard a kid who spit hella sick, and I'm just like, fuck, I want to do that. You know what I mean? So I just used to rap every day, all day in my head, in my cell, wherever I was. And from that day forward, you know what I mean? I just knew
Where
that
I
I
did-
loved music.
That's where I did a lot of my writing and a lot of thinking is when I was locked up and
Yep.
just sat there and wrote pages upon pages upon pages.
Like I said, definitely some of the deepest shit I ever wrote.
Yeah.
Still, I go back and recite some of the songs. Like in Drink and Smoke My Weed, I have that. I know the definition of pain because it's stained upon my conscience. If karma is true, then I'm to be forever haunted. Demons in my sleep, I hear whispers in my ear. Diabolic thinking mixed with sorrow, blood, and tears. Reality's a pill that's just too large to swallow. Today's as fucked up as will probably be tomorrow. If you think about it, life is pretty simple. Got the strong and the weak. I guess I'm lost up in the middle. You know what I mean? It was just so raw and just like,
there's hunger in that shit.
yeah, there really was.
Like
you
you're
know?
going through something.
Yeah. And now it's funny because like I lean towards a lot of the like fucking we're getting ready to do another music video next month. We got our boy coming here from Great Falls to record us. And it's just such a feel good, like summer vibe, like pop song, you know what I mean?
Getting older,
Yeah. And I think we even wrote it clean. We're like, let's no cuss words in this so we can promote it to all audiences.
Yeah.
Because it's smart. You know what I mean? So yeah, you guys have to peep that. It'll be out soon. That one's gonna be an epic video.
Badass.
Yeah, I'm stoked. But like I said, it's just funny because back in the day it was that raw fucking grind that I was like, that's the one. But now I'm like, that's the one. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well, you can hear it in pretty much every artist of like, we got that raw street shit, but now we need something cleaner. We're getting older. We want to hit a different audience.
And don't get me wrong, because I still have that ratchet ass, you know. But I was always kind of had the, you know, the alternate ego. There was Cary and then there was Hectic. And Hectic's still in there, man, and you can hear it in some of the songs on the new album too, because we definitely have some bangers where we're just talking about how shit used to be, or how, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of us still are like that, you know, like Charles, that motherfucker's still partying like he's 21, you know what I mean? Chach still partying like he's 21.
That's badass.
I'm getting married, Tanner's having a baby, you know what I mean? But when summer comes and it's grind time and we're back to doing shows, you know we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna get
for sure. I mean, you always gotta have fun again, but I can't do it every night.
We got a new song on the album called Ratchet. It's a pretty good one. But yeah, just the title alone is enough to tell you what it's about. You know what I mean? And that one's actually the only song on the album. It's the first song ever produced by me on an Empty Souls album.
Oh, shit.
It's my beat.
All right, badass.
Yeah, I'll bump it for you guys after we're done.
Good deal.
You guys can peep that.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Well, we got 3 to 4 minutes left.
Sweet.
So it's been a good show.
I love how smooth this was. You know what I mean? It's just we haven't seen each other in a while. None of us. You know what I mean? So I just feel like we've been talking flawless, just catching up.
Yeah.
with
We
my
always talk
homies.
about like, oh, we're gonna talk about like the album and everything.
Yeah,
and
you're
like
like, I got
3
some-
minutes in, like, okay, we're just going
Tangent.
No, it's just,
the way it is.
it's basically just like kicking in, but we're recording it.
No, like
Yeah.
I said, it was nice because I haven't seen you guys in a while. So
And that's
Good to see you.
Yeah.
fucking happy to be here for you.
Hell yeah.
I'm stoked for the podcast, man.
it's truly
Like I
like
said, I love the setup.
it's badass. Like I came up with the idea, just run to an old friend that just him and I've always been like on music, and he kind of threw me the idea, but didn't like say record it or anything. Just that's how we connected. And it's like, dude, like I need that back in my life. Like once a week, just sit down with friends, bullshit with, and just no other nonsense.
Right.
Whatever's going on out
Exactly.
there, just leave that out there. Let's
We did
get
pretty good
together.
about that today too. We didn't bring up none of the crazy shit happening in the world right
Yeah,
now.
none of that.
play the
Just
music and
play the
just
music.
bullshit.
Talk about music.
Yeah, no.
Which I think is lost like things. Like no one like really just like sits down and actually appreciates music. Like what you were saying is like, oh, it's just single.
Yep.
But it used to be albums. Like you had to like put on an album, fill the album,
Yep.
and listen to it from. And how they used to do albums, at least from my understanding, is you would start at song 1. And it was like a whole feeling, like they'd bring you up, bring you down,
Yeah.
Chapters
bring you
of a
up,
book.
bring
Which
you
is
down.
a lot of ways some people devise their album, and that's kind of what we've
Yeah.
always done too. You know, we're like, all right, what would go into the next one good? And we try to, feel the vibe.
And that's what you're supposed to do. But now it's just like,
Well, that's they hear about one hit song.
Boom.
They don't go look up the album. They Google the song. You know,
Like,
they
like
don't
you
give a
said
shit about
earlier,
the album.
dude, like this generation short attention spans. Like you need to have
It's a
something
fact.
to get their attention.
They say it's like
Yeah.
you have 15 seconds to like
Yeah.
get them to. If you don't impress them in 15 seconds, next.
Next.
You know what I mean?
which
Back in the 90s, though, remember like getting the album and like pulling the album out of the CD and like looking at all the fucking
Reading
all
the
the
lyrics, all
photos
that.
and everything and be like, oh, I'm gonna put that one on the wall. And, like,
Speaking
I
of
miss
that,
shit.
the other day, dude, I fucking down in the kitchen in Casey's, we got Pandora, so I just listened to the same. I listen to everything all the time. I went through all the hip hop, all the rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the other day, out of nowhere, I just had this idea, and I was like, 90s techno.
oh my god,
Dude, it was. I had Sandstorm, dude. Who's the other one? What is love?
Hadaway.
That's Ace of
Yeah.
Spades.
Hadaway. Yep. yep.
Ace
It's
of Spades.
Hadaway. He's right. It's Hadaway. I'm pretty sure he's
Baby,
right.
don't hurt it. Fucking Ninth
No,
Roxbury.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's-
Ace of Spades.
It's Hadaway. Google it.
Yeah, it's Hadaway.
Let's solve it. Anyway, dude, I had the best time ever jamming to, and I was like, dude, it's crazy because this is the the grandfather of EDM. You know what I mean? If you really
you guys
think
were
about
right.
it, it's
It
true.
is.
what is love?
All right,
You know what I mean? And I just bumped that shit all day. Sandstorm came on, all that crazy shit, and it was epic. And I fucking was so nostalgic. You know what I mean? It's the one thing I remember from my childhood.
99. It's blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
They ruined it for me when they're like, and I beat off a guy. Now I just hear it. Yeah, dude, now you'll hear it. I'm sorry, I just ruined it for you.
Yeah,
But ever since then, I just hear it every time he says it. I'm blue and I beat off a guy.
Yeah, you totally.
It's done. You just ruined it right there.
But that shit was fire back in the day, you know
Yeah,
it.
when
I
you're
remember
like-
I was
like
in the skate
11,
rink,
10
dog.
or 11,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
dude. I was like 6th grade, rolling around the skate rink,
Yeah,
trying to holler at
skate
girls. Got my ear pierced recently, feeling fly.
Frosted tips or whatever.
I never did that, but yes, they definitely were doing that.
You have no hair.
No, back in the day when I had hair too, like you wear the hat and you had like the winged hair.
Dude, I was so lame. I was sagging my South Pole. You know what I mean? I was sagging my dick, sagging my dickies, smoke like a
Bro,
hippie.
the G unit Reeboks and everything.
Dude, I remember those. I thought those were the shit.
Those are like $1,000 now.
That's crazy.
Should hand me that album real quick. The one that we just listened to. It's right there. No, up. There it
Oh,
is.
nice! It's the front runner. That's dope.
Yeah. So this says executive producers: Kevin Zinger, Ivory Daniel, Hillary Clinton, and James Wright.
Hillary Clinton. Damn, she's a bad bitch. I had no idea.
She's all mixing it down in the studio. I gotta get back to the White House.
You know, another fun fact about Swollen members, from 1996 like 2000 to 2016, they were the second highest selling Canadian hip hop group, right behind Drake.
Damn, that's crazy. I believe that. I didn't know that. That's a fun fact.
Well, fuck. Thank you.
Of course, it's good to see you, boys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Been a good episode.
Good episode, you guys. Hell
For the
yeah.
record, thank you.
Don't question if I love hip hop.
Don't question it, motherfuckers.